I may love you and be in a relationship with you, but I don't know how I'm going to feel 10 years down the line. That won't mean that I don't love you anymore. It would probably mean that as humans, sometimes you long for something that is not here, like in front of you, and you want to
My question for you is, yes, I hear you, but are you willingly and you want to accept that your husband can bring someone into the marriage and sit you down and say, Londi?
That is why I'm saying I've gotten to a point of opening my mind to these things. It may happen to me. It's very much possible that it may happen to the next person.
But will you accept it if it's happened to you?
If it's to happen.
That's what I'm saying, Guti. If you asked me 5 years ago, I would have said no.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm saying
let's
have a conversation about it. Let's be honest about it and find out what is it that. I don't want to say what is it that pushes you, because sometimes you don't even have like a solid reason why you want to do something. It's just something that you long to do. But you need to be honest with me about it. I believe in open communication. Tell me.
And it tells you that, okay, fine, I want to have another wife because like out there it's hot.
Not even wife, like even just
a wife, but just a
while
girlfriend.
you're dating, I want to have another girlfriend.
I would, first of all, when I am with a person now, I'm not talking about the previous me 4 or 5 years ago, I'm saying now. When I am with you, I want to be with all of you. When I say all of you, I mean you have to be comfortable to tell me whatever it is. You should never feel scared to share things with me. How you feel, how you want to do things, and how you want to address things or whatever. Like, you need to be yourself in order for me to be with you, because I'm at a point in my life where, look, if I feel it, I'm going to express it.
I have a question for you. Okay, Londi, I hear you, ne? I hear you and I see where you're going. So if your husband sits you down and talks to you about this, and you come to an agreement that, okay, fine, it's okay, take another woman. And then one day he says, we must all have threesome. Are you up for it?
If I feel like it, why not?
So you're open.
I'm very much open to it. Also, I'm not sure how I feel about polyandry though.
That's what, okay, polyandry.
Me being a woman and having
more.
2 husbands or more. I don't know how I feel about that. I'll be completely honest with you. But
is it what she was saying? She doesn't want to get that time.
But if it was,
I don't want that.
But if I were to find myself being with someone and then we get married and maybe somewhere down the line they want to take a second or a third wife, I am pretty much open to that.
You'll take it at that time.
To have
but
that
what do you think
conversation.
then is the view that you have about being open? Is it the same view that you'll have when it comes to polyamorous relationships?
Yes.
So you will.
Because you know what? I'm at a point in my life where I know for sure that no human being is entitled to another human being.
What is the future, guys?
If we are being honest, I am not entitled to my partner. My partner is with me because he wants to be with me. He loves me because he wants to love me. He is a friend to me because he wants to be a friend with me. And should he decide that he doesn't want
so
that
for you, as long
anymore,
as it's open,
as long as we're having
But
a conversation about it and everything is on the table, make me understand. Because obviously I'm not saying I'm going to understand through and through, but there are things I'm not going to understand. Just make me understand. Paint a picture to me that I'll be like, okay, let me put myself in this person's shoes and try to understand where are they coming from. I'm not saying I will completely go for it or I will go against it, but I'm saying let's have a conversation about it and let it be an honest conversation. Maybe if it's that honest, I might just be like, I think, alright, man, I think I've been feeling like this, but I've been suppressing this thing. Let's just be honest
but
about
also, if you're looking at this thing in terms of the agreements, so obviously if you're married and your husband wants to be in a polygamous relationship, you have to agree to
those are the things
to the
speak
second
about when you're
wife.
still dating.
Before I forget, guys, I have a question for you. I want to hear this from a male perspective. Okay, in your view, do you think if you were to marry 2 or more women, would it make your woman happy in terms of they know who you're with at what time?
Look, for me, I actually wanted to start this thing from the main point of view to say, I think from history, before I come to your question, from our cultural ways or traditional ways of doing things, my grandfather was married to 2 wives. And then there was also that part that says, if the older brother passes on and the wife is still young and all that, then the younger brother must take over. Because I created community so well, you understand that. So there was that whole thing of saying we're keeping these things in the family. But even the children that gets born from, say, my grandfather with the wife of his older brother is still the children of his older brother, even if the grandfather or that father is no more.
Can I come in on there? You know, I think I totally agree with what you're saying. Obviously, that's how things have been done.
How they were being
back
done,
in the days. But now we need to understand that back in the days, marriage was not about love. Marriage was about monetary
and
exchange between 2 families in terms maybe of livestock or whatever the case may be. But initially, being married back in the days, it was not about love, it was about building a family.
Because it was arranged marriages back then.
Exactly.
Whether you want
so
it or not, I want you to be in this marriage.
Yeah, but my point is, I'm trying to take you back to that, to say now, obviously now we're in the modern days, we're doing things, culture changes, it evolves.
Yeah.
So we're doing things differently now. Now, to say to a modern man today, being in a polygamous relationship, how will that happen? Or how will that man be able to handle it, for example? Back then, it was easier.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, even sex, for example, it was not for ladies. It was not for you. It was for the pleasure of a man.
Exactly.
For you, it was to
about
give
love.
back, to make sure that his family life
Building
grows.
a family.
You building the family. So that's why even if they are arranging this whole thing, you are not, as a woman, you are not really like the most important thing here. You don't really have a say. So that's why the parents can say, no, we saw Sibani and this child there, then they match you together, then the parents talk. Before you even know it, they agree. And then you just have to toe the line. So for me, from the men's perspective, I think there's quite a lot of cheating that's happening. And I'll talk from a men's perspective. We were talking about cheating last week.
Yeah.
But then when you ask yourself, why is that? Is it because as people naturally, are we working against what we are naturally? Yes. Are we trying to be in one relationship and that is steering the natural part of us, which is not the normal for us as human beings? Hence the topic now, to say, are we trying to suppress this thing because my wife will be jealous? That she will be jealous of the other one, to say, if I'm spending time with another wife on the other side, what are we doing? What is it that maybe she's not hearing? Is it a thing of me now saying we have to be in the same house so that she can watch everything that's happening? Because the truth is this, that even when you take the second wife, you would have went to date that second wife first, before the wife knows, and agree with that lady on the other side.
So she can come into
and then you can then go into, because that already there, that's cheating. So you are not opening up, like you were talking about being open. You say as long as there's open communication, you are willing. But initially when it starts, you must understand that openness that you are looking for might not happen. So what I'm saying from the men's perspective for me is that a lot of men, it seems to me that they will want to be in a relationship where there is multiple partners, but they don't want to necessarily come out and acknowledge that.
I think it happens on both sides. The reason why maybe we don't think that females have the same desire is because of the societal norm. When you're a woman, you need to
have one
a certain way,
husband,
do this, do that. But then again, if we took away all these societal stereotypes, would that still be the case now when it comes to women? Because I know women who are like, hi guys, this thing of being with one person, and it doesn't mean that I don't like the person that I'm with.
You still want to be
I
with the
still
person,
wanna
but
be
you
with
want
the person.
a different.
And I
Exactly.
think sometimes it comes down to the reason why we're running away from the norm of normalizing polygamy. It comes down to we as women, we are greedy. We do not want to share our man. And if we look at
The
it like
greediness
this,
and the jealousy.
and the jealousy, and then if you look at it like this, if we were to share, let's say this DK is marrying, is not even marrying, dating, it doesn't matter. It's with Precious, it's with Lonely. It might actually be fun. Why? Because I don't have to stress.
Exactly.
I know where
know,
exactly he is at what time. And if he was not with me, I know for sure he was
Is
with
that the
me.
most
Other
important
than-
thing for you,
other
to
than
know where
that,
he is?
But with us, it comes to like, we can't.
For me,
We want to have you to ourselves. It's hard.
it is hard.
It is hard.
But again, is it hard because it's really hard? Or is it hard because you were taught
And wired
programmed
that way.
way?
Yes.
It's
You know,
hard
there's
because we're
that.
taught a man should be, because of our biblical history. It for in the Bible,